Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. I am going to give us just a few minutes and then we're going to start. We're going to jump right in. So I would love to know. Hello, Charmaine. I'm so glad you're here. If you are listening live, please say hello. Tell me where you're listening from. And go ahead and tell us what kind of a coach you are, meaning, do you do health coaching? Do you do business coaching, leadership coaching, general life coaching? I want to know about you. Or maybe are you just brand new, and that's all welcome too. But let us know who you are, where you're listening in from. And yeah, all that business. And like I mentioned, it's just 4 o'clock. So I'm just going to give it just a few minutes for everyone to jump on and to join us. I'm so excited for today's masterclass. For the first time in a really long time, I actually prepared a slide presentation for today's workshop, for today's masterclass. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it works and that you guys will be able to see it, because the last time I did this, it did not work for some reason. I'm not sure, but just going to keep our fingers crossed. So Charmaine is a weight loss coach for women entrepreneurs, and Charmaine is an incredible coach. And I am so grateful that I've been able to be both on the receiving end of her coaching and being able to support her in my container. So happy you're here, Charmaine. Who else is with us? I want to hear who you are, where you're listening in from, and what kind of a coach you are. And like I said, we're going to give it maybe like 2 or 3 more minutes. And then I'm going to actually just dive right in. I'm going to start to share my screen and get into all the nitty gritty and the juice of why you are here today. Okay. I can't see on Facebook. Got more people listening, but as you join us, okay, if you're listening, feel free to drop in the comments, if you're feeling safe, who you are, where you're listening in from, and what type of a coach you are. Hello, Nancy. Yeah, she's listening in from Australia. Oh, I love this, Nancy. And gosh, I have no idea what time it is in Australia, but Nancy, welcome. I am so happy you are here. And you can let us know if you want what kind of a coach you are, who you coach. And again, like I said, guys, it can just be general. It's not a big deal. It can also be, I'm brand new and I'm just navigating those waters and figuring it out. I welcome all coaches here. And I would say, if you're not a coach, that's okay too, right? If you're an energy healer, if you're a therapist, 6 a.m. Oh, good morning, Nancy. If you are a yoga teacher, all healers, welcome. All right, so it's just about a little after 3. I'm 3. Oh my God, it's a little after 4 here in Atlanta, and the sun is out, which I am super, super grateful for, because it hasn't been out as much lately. And it's been so cold. It's actually been like in the 30s, which is so not normal. It's usually like still in the 60s, 70s this time of year. But it's a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful day to learn and ingest and to begin to apply what we're going to go over today. So let me just really quickly jump back to my Zoom screen so I can share my screen with you guys. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, you can see me. Okay. And let me just move my little picture. We are going to present. All right. So welcome to the Anatomy of an Effective Coaching Session. So we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why your coaching calls are not maybe getting clients results. in the one coaching call framework that will help your clients get breakthroughs from each session. So, are you guys ready to dive right in? I hope so. So, to lead efficient and effective coaching sessions, ones that leave your clients just raving about your work together, that's what we're going to cover today. And if you're excited about that, drop me a 1. Although, because I'm sharing my screen, I'm going to try to pull it up on my phone. I can't actually see the comments. So I'm hoping if I go into the group on my phone, I'll be able to see the comments. All right. I can't see them right now, but that's okay. Yes, drop a 1. I got it working on my phone. Yay. Yay for multiple technology sources at once. So you're going to feel better, I guarantee you, about your sessions and your clients. Your clients are going to be hitting their goals. And that is really, I know why we all got into this work, right? So we're also going to talk about the one shift that you need to make to effectively coach during your sessions that continuously helps people get more aha moments so you can implement that right away. Okay, we're going to cover that. I'm going to give you my proven framework for running effective sessions so your clients get results and you feel great about your work. My guess is right now, if you're on this call, if you are listening, okay, that you may be questioning yourself, that sometimes it may feel like a client takes over the session, right? You may be wondering who's actually leading the call. Maybe sometimes you feel like you don't know what direction to take the call, or that, can I really interrupt my client? And all the thoughts that come with that. Okay. Or what do I do if a client is just rambling on or brings me a page full of thoughts? If any of these sound familiar, right? You are in the exact right place right here with us today. Okay. So we're going to cover, like I mentioned, the 6 core elements, the 6 core components that make up a successful coaching session so you can feel confident. Sure, that every time you walk away from a coaching session, that your clients will walk away with those breakthroughs that they came for. I know some of you listening right now, right, are trying to coach in a very specific way. Maybe others of you are feeling like you're just completely winging it. I want you guys to know right now, you aren't alone. Okay. I, like you, used to waver. I used to waver between winging my calls and trying to follow a very specific process that was given by my certification. Literally, guys, I would just show up and I would pray. I would pray that the calls were going to go smoothly, that I would know the right questions to ask, that I would know when to use certain tools, and that my clients would benefit. And when I would follow like the very specific process I was given, I felt like I was being squeezed into this tiny little tight box. And if I veered off that path, I was terrified. I was terrified I would mess the whole thing up. And then my client wouldn't get the results that they wanted, that they paid me for. And this, guys, was so nerve-wracking. It was exhausting. And it left me feeling really iffy about my coaching. And here's what happened. My clients were not as committed. They kept coming back and it felt like Groundhog Day. Like, we just kept feeling like I was spinning in circles and we weren't making any progress week after week after week. People would just not show, right? And I could see they weren't quite getting the results as quickly, as efficiently, and as effectively as I knew they could. So if you have felt the same way, that sometimes your clients aren't really getting to the goals, the results, the desires they want as quickly as you know is available for them, stay tuned. We're going to go into this today. All right. So hope everyone is super pumped as I am today. Okay. So first off, we're going to talk about those top 3 mistakes, right? the top 3 mistakes that I see 80% of coaches making that are blocking clients' results and preventing re-enrollments, and how you can avoid them. We're going to talk about that one shift that you can make right now today to help your clients go from stuck to making consistent progress. And then, of course, why I know so many of you signed up is because we're going to cover those 6 core ingredients that your coaching sessions must incorporate to ensure your clients get these aha moments that I know you so badly want them to have. Okay. I want you to know it took me fumbling around a lot, putting in hours upon hours into coaching lots of people to finally come up with a process that wasn't so strict that I felt confined, but also not so loose that I felt ungrounded. Now, once I discovered these 6 core elements, my clients started to get more and more aha moments. Clients were getting results faster and with more ease. They were sending me messages telling me, "Thank you, Rachel, so much." And they were getting more breakthroughs on the calls. And I'm willing to bet you have been given certain structures if you have done a certification already or a program that tell you to look for maybe this, and then look for this, and then this. But I'm curious how many of you in real life, right, in a real life coaching situation where this just felt unnatural or even maybe a bit mechanical. How many of you? If that resonates, drop a 1 right now in the comments, and I'm going to check the thread that you felt like you got on a call and it just didn't feel natural. And it felt like you were almost trying to follow something that was mechanical in nature. Yes. Okay. So I know you're not alone. I felt the same way. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to know. A lot of us go through this, and it's something that I just want you to put your hand on your heart for a moment and know that it's quite normal. Okay. So what I want you also to know is that we're given these structures, right? And they are there in the beginning, right, for a lot of us to support us. But when we become very attached to them, we can actually sabotage our coaching and the results our clients get. And when it felt unnatural and it felt mechanical, I'm imagining right now, right, how that felt for your clients to receive that. And I want you to take a moment and think about that. I wonder how my clients felt. My guess is they did 10x more than you did. Now, look, guys, I'm sure you have put a lot of time, money, energy into gaining your coaching skills, just like I did, right? And maybe you've invested in a coaching certification. And unfortunately, you were promised by these programs that they were going to teach you how to lead an effective session. And yet, when you're put in these real life situations, you still feel wobbly. Literally, guys, that's why I truly believe that in order for you to lead proper sessions, it's really more than just knowing the structure of the script, knowing the process. It's knowing how to naturally lead the conversation and use your tools in application so that clients actually get the results they came for. And honestly, guys, this is an art. It really is. And it didn't come naturally to me. I too had taken I've taken many coaching certifications, FYI, not many, but I've taken a few. And they would prepare me for calls. So I thought, but once I got on the call, I wasn't actually readily equipped as I thought I would be. Now, look, now that I've got it figured out, I just want to make sure as many coaches as possible have this framework. Okay. My mission is to help other coaches be able to do the same. Okay. I don't want you have to go through all the years of the trials and the tribulations to feel confident in your coaching skills. Okay. Because when you show up for your calls, you're feeling grounded and present. Your coaching is literally, guys, going to change so many lives. And that is such a beautiful thing. You're going to get on a call having absolute confidence that you know what to say when, though you'll have no underlying fear that someone is going to throw something at you that you can't handle, or that anything is going to throw you off guard. I want you to hear that, okay? I promise you, when we're finished today, you will know my exact process, and you're going to feel way more at ease, more confident going into your coaching sessions. You will be able to sell yourself so much easier because you will have a tried and tested framework, one that works, guys. It gets clients results. So when you go, for example, on a sales call, you will show up with a more confident energy, more conviction in what you are selling, because now you have a process. You're going to be able to make promises with so much more ease. My guess is you have been told that following a script doesn't work. And I agree, it doesn't, which is why I'm not going to give you one. I'm going to give you a process that works no matter what type of coach you are, right? So if you're a health coach, perfect. If you're a relationship coach, thumbs up, amazing. Weight loss, career, business, leadership, I do not care. It works. It doesn't matter. And you might be thinking right now, well, what if I'm the one person it doesn't work for? But I want you to know, I want you to hear me. You are not a unicorn, okay? I have given the process to tons of coaches, and each one has been able to make it work for them and has seen it produce some pretty fucking incredible results. Okay, so if you're spending hours right now prior to your calls, prepping for your sessions, trying to plan out exactly how they're going to go, what questions you will ask, and you're exhausted from all that by this experience, then this training right here today is for you. So hang out with me, okay? Going on. Oh shit, what just happened? Okay. Okay, if you are winging your calls, if you find yourself winging it, okay, showing up for calls with no plan at all, feeling completely ungrounded, doubting yourself, doubting your tools, and then finishing the calls. And maybe you're wondering, WTF, what the fuck? I'm not even saying WTF, I say fuck. What the fuck just happened? Asking yourself, was that even helpful? Did they get any value from that call? Thinking, oh no, oh shit, what if they don't get results? What if I can't deliver on my promise? If you feel like you are trying to say all the right things, all the right words, and coach in a very specific way that keeps you in your head, right? You're like in your head all the time, trying to mark off all the right boxes, struggling to just be present, then I've got you. You are exactly where you should be right now, here with us today. And I am so grateful. I just want you guys all to know that you have chosen to spend this time with me. Okay. Moving along, guys. Oh my God, why does it keep doing that? Okay. Whew. Okay. Look, guys, I want you to just imagine for a second, how much more confident and effective would your coaching be if you had a proven framework that guarantees helping your clients move closer to their desired result? Just sit with that for a second. So, for example, not every sales page is identical in what it looks like. The elements that are on there, right? It's important that you hit certain points in order for someone to make a decision and want to work with you. The same thing happens in coaching, okay? You don't have to go through them in necessarily a certain order. You don't tick off the boxes. Did I do this? Did I do this? However, once you have a little bit of structure and you know what you need to tap into, so people have those aha moments, right? And those breakthroughs, then, right, you will finally be able to make it your own and feel like you have some level of structure around what you need to say, the questions you need to ask, and how you need to show up as a coach to get people the actual results that they're paying you for. It's important that you have a framework to follow for your coaching calls, guys. I can't say that enough. Not just for sales calls, because I know that you want your clients to get results, right? Like you want to be that coach that everyone is talking about. So making promises and stressing if you can deliver, right, on your promise, that really fucking sucks. And it will take a huge toll on your confidence. You will end up constantly questioning and doubting yourself. And your clients, my friends, will feel this 10x, 10 times. It'll leave them questioning and doubting themselves, struggling to hit their goals and have those aha moments. The truth is, once you master this process I'm going to give you today, coaching gets to be so fun. It doesn't have to feel so hard. It doesn't have to feel draining. I know it can feel that way sometimes. When you're efforting so much, I used to feel that way all the time. Seriously. Now I literally like pinch myself, guys. I pinch myself because I can't believe how lucky I am, how fortunate I am to do something that I feel passionate about, that I love, to feel good about my work, and to get paid for it. This isn't normal in our culture, and it's exactly what I want you to know is available for you too. I'm no special unicorn. So if you stay around to the end, I promise I'm going to give you the entire process and you'll be able to start to use it. Okay, so let's jump into those top 3 mistakes that I see 80% of the coaches making that are blocking clients, right? Blocking clients' results and preventing those re-enrollments, because re-enrollments are awesome. They're so fun. Okay, are you ready, guys? Drop a 1. Give me a 1. Are you ready to jump in? I can't wait to share all this with you. All right, here we go. The first mistake, my friends. You've been given a script or a specific process to follow by a certification or a program, okay? And you're trying to follow it to a T. So much that when a client's problem doesn't neatly fit into that formula, you freak out. Well, actually, your brain freaks out, but whatever, same difference right now, okay? Here's what it can look like. Taking tons of notes on your calls, not feeling present, feeling like you're checking off items on a list, talking too much, giving advice, not leaving space for your client to think or to process. Those are just a few of the things that can happen, okay? And look, because you are so attached to this script, you're spending more time thinking about what to say next or what questions to ask next, that you aren't actually really present hearing what your client is saying. And not being fully present, right, is actually stopping you from truly being able to help your client move forward. So often you might find your client keeps coming back with the same problem, being resistant to your coaching, or just simply making no progress at all. And see, the reason why you have been given a script and you feel you need to follow it to a T is because you lack self-trust in yourself. Please receive this with love, okay? It's because you lack self-trust in yourself and because you lack that confidence in yourself. You think that this big higher entity has given you this script, knows more about coaching, knows more about facilitating transformation than you do. That's, guys, that's why you feel like you have to follow the script, even if it doesn't feel natural. And you're feeling this dissonance right now because I'm sure many of you want to go off that script, right? Maybe you have other tools you want to integrate into your coaching that don't fit quite into the script, right? And you're afraid. I get it. You're afraid. If you do that, you might not get your client the results because you're not following that coaching standard. Look, guys, those of you that are doing this, you have pledged an allegiance to think someone else knows better than you. So let me give you an example. Maybe you've been given a script on how to reframe narratives, and the script has specific questions, and you need to ask them in a very specific order, and it works very well in theory. However, when you have a client sitting in front of you and they start talking about something, and all of a sudden you're like, ooh, I think it would be really beneficial to go deeper with my client into this. But the script, this framework says, I won't call it a framework, the script or this formula says, no, you have to stop and ask the next question. And what you do is you ignore your coach intuition, right? You ignore that you felt like I need to help this client go a little deeper. And instead you ask that next question. And so when you ignore your gut, your coach intuition, and you follow the script, and then you wonder why your client isn't getting results. And what's really happening here is that you're ignoring that intuition and you're thinking this script, this tool, right, knows more about transformation than you. This lack of self-trust causing, right, your client to come back week after week with the same problem because you're not actually trusting yourself as the guide, putting more trust in the tool than the process. So I'm just going to take a moment and pause for a second. Drop a 1 right now if you are resonating with what I'm saying, if you relate to what I'm saying, or if you've done it. There is absolutely no judgment here. I want you guys to know, I'm looking, down because I'm looking at my phone just to see if there's any comments as we go, that everything I'm sharing, I have actually also personally experienced, okay? So if you have been trying to fit everything into a formula or a script or a process, right? And you often feel like you're overriding your coach intuition, I want to know if you've ever felt this way, and just drop a 1. I can't see, the comments aren't coming through on my phone right now, but that's okay. Okay, I know I'm not alone, and know that so many of you have experienced this too, because so many coaches have told me. We're going to move on to the next mistake. Okay, the next mistake, the second mistake I see coaches making is winging their calls, showing up totally loosey-goosey, totally unprepared. Okay, so let's just take a moment. You wake up. You know you have your first coaching call at 10 a.m., let's say, and you get back from dropping kids off from school at 9:50. So you run into the house, shove some food in your mouth, and then before you know it, you barely even have enough time to pee. You haven't taken any time to review what you talked about on the last call. You haven't taken any time to ground yourself. So your palms start to sweat. And you notice this like tense feeling in your body. And if you took a moment, you could probably hear this little voice saying, are they going to think I'm an imposter? What if they know I don't have my shit together? Look, guys, if you're winging your call, these coaches feel ungrounded and often find themselves questioning after the call, was it effective? Did we make progress? Did my client get any value from the call? Coaches who are completely winging the calls might also be, I say, rebelling against a script or a protocol they were given, thinking that following it is wrong. And so they're totally banned any form of planning and now just going off the seat of their pants. Look, guys, when I was winging, I was unsure of what my actual promise was. I was selling coaching, like I will help you with pretty much fucking anything, right? But I was lacking confidence in what my actual promise was. And as a result, I showed up winging the calls because I was just letting my client guide where it's supposed to go the entire time. I was thinking I can help them with their thoughts. I can help them with their health. I can help them with their business and many other things. So I just would wing it. And I would just think they'll take away whatever they need and that will be enough. But I was giving up my authority. Look, guys, coaches that are making this mistake will often notice clients who cancel last minute, clients showing up with nothing to coach on, clients struggling with making any progress towards their goals, clients feeling lost. And this I see all the time. They want you to tell them what to do. So if your clients are saying this a lot to you, what do you think I should do? True tell sign that you may be winging your calls quite a bit. Look, not these clients show up actually for consulting, not coaching. And that is, I want to say, mostly due to the energy that you're showing up from. Okay. It's not to put blame. So if this sounds familiar, if this resonates, drop a 2 in the comments. All right. Yes, right? Not alone here, guys. All right. Moving along. Let's talk about that third mistake. Showing up to calls with an agenda, being attached to it, not being willing to flow with their clients where they're currently at. So there is an element of flow. Okay. And you've decided, right, in advance what you believe is best for the client and the steps that the client needs to take in order to hit their goal. So if you're like these coaches, you're very attached to your process. And when your client veers from the process, you might feel flustered and then begin to doubt yourself. How do I proceed with the call? Questioning everything as you go. Literally, guys, this is the complete opposite of the last mistake. What happens here is you go from coach mode, right, to consultant mode. And you forget as a coach that your job is simply to mirror what your client is saying back to you, right? Your job is to ask intriguing questions, but instead you analyze where your clients are at and you start to give them the answers, thinking you know what's best for them, what they need to do. When a coach is falling into this pattern, you might see clients hitting plateaus, hitting a lot of roadblocks, right? So how many of you, I'm curious, have had a client make progress and then completely stall out? Your client starts canceling last minute or starts falling into old habits and patterns. Have anyone else experienced that? I know I have. Clients will show up and have not implemented any of the coaching from the previous week. Who has experienced that? You can just raise your hand, give me a thumbs up, okay? Saying it doesn't work for me. Oh my God, I remember years ago how many times I would hear this. And look, guys, this is where you get really frustrated because the client isn't taking your advice. And the problem with that is that clients aren't there to take your advice. They're there for you to guide them along their own path, right? Not follow your process. That's why we are going to get into, in a few minutes, my 6 key elements. Because with that, I will not be giving you steps you need to follow in a certain order for your clients to get results. These are simply just elements that you as the coach need to have embedded in how you show up to fully support your clients in the way they need to be supported. Go ahead and drop a 3 right now if you've fallen into this space. Again, no judgment. I find it can feel very powerful when we see we are not the only ones and we are not alone. I see. All right. So, oh, that's weird. That's only half the slide, but whatever. Okay, guys, I want you to know if you've fallen into any of these categories, you aren't alone, and nor are you to blame. Many certifications, programs provide you with a very specific process. A lot of them give scripts. So of course you lean on them. And in many ways in the beginning, like I mentioned earlier, they can be useful. However, when you become attached to them, reliant on them, you lose a piece of yourself and your unique brilliance that you can bring to these calls. And if you're trying to get it right, there's really not space for that in coaching. Look, guys, I know so many have been told that if you don't follow this specific process that you've been given, then your clients won't get results. But it's not true. There isn't a specific step-by-step, question-by-question process that works on every human every time. Humans, guys, we are all unique and different. Each of us has had very different experiences. And it's important as coaches that we treat everybody as unique, as an individual. So it's important that you have a process, guys, that provides structure, but also allows you to be fluid, right? A little flowy in your sessions. Okay, so I know you want to know, right? The shift that you need to make right now to coach, effectively coach during your sessions, okay? That will continuously help people make that progress towards their goals. So this is for you guys if you feel your nerves getting all worked up before you get on a call. If you lose your train of thought in the middle of a call, or a client brings an issue and all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I don't know what to do. Or you don't often know what direction to take your calls. The reasons why these things come up, guys, is because you're ungrounded before your sessions. Your nervous system is likely in a sympathetic state. And when you're in a sympathetic state, this is what happens. Scattered thoughts. We give our power away. We rely really heavily on our clients' feedback during the call to make us feel like we're doing a good job. We actually seek and search for it, right? Your brain, when it's in this state, is looking for safety, okay? And that's one way it feels like it's going to create that safety. And I want you to just hear that for a moment, okay? So what we really need to do is we need to shift into a ventral state where your body and your mind can feel calm, grounded, and most importantly, safe. So you're not looking for your clients to get the feedback to prove you're doing well. You don't want to do that, okay? So how do you know if you aren't in a regulated state? Here are some tell signs. Anxious, nervous, overwhelmed, unsettled on something, like something else happened before and it's still racing thoughts, okay? How many of you felt this way before you get on a call? Let's be honest. Put your hands up. Here's what might happen if you show up to your sessions from an unregulated nervous system. After the fact, okay, clients might finish your program and feel like they haven't gotten anything from it. These clients are the ones that tend to ask for refunds. Clients feeling afterwards uncertain if they even made any progress. Now, what happens during the calls? Because that's probably what more of you are thinking about right now, right? If you aren't in a ventral state, right? That's the state we want to be in, that safe state. They may question your tools. They may say things like, nope, I don't think that will work for me. Or I've already tried this before and it didn't work. Look, guys, if there's only one thing you walk away with today, let it be this, okay? It's imperative getting into a ventral state before you get on your calls. Because until you learn how to regulate your nervous system, no matter how many tools and tactics you implement in your coaching, your client likely will still not get the results that they want. Hear me. This, guys, what we're talking about right now is so fucking important. Really. Okay. So we want to make sure that you are showing up in a grounded state before each call. What happens when you do, when you learn how to do this? Your client's experience will shift, right? Clients will start getting more of those aha moments. You won't feel frazzled when a client brings something you've never coached on, or something that you feel is very triggering to you, or something that maybe feels almost too close to home. You will also have a heightened listening ability. Okay, so I can talk your ears off, but I want you to experience this a little bit before we go into those 6 elements. So let's get a taste of grounding your nervous system right now before we go into that. So do me a favor, wherever you are. Obviously, if you're driving, do not close your eyes, but you're probably not listening to this driving. I want you to just put your feet on the ground. Sit up in your chair and lift your spine. I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes and take a couple really deep breaths in from your nose and out from your mouth. So just easy breaths in from your nose and out from your mouth. And now just notice. Notice how you feel right now in your body, in your space. And then with your mind's eye, I want you to imagine right about the base of your spine. So if you're familiar with the chakra system at your first chakra, right around the perineum, there is a cord. It is about 10 feet wide, coming from the base of your spine, and it's going to drop down into the earth. And it goes so far into the earth that you can't even see it. It's going right to the center of the earth. This is your grounding cord. And I want you to, as you drop that cord, to know at the bottom of that cord is an anchor. It's like a boat. When you drop an anchor in the middle of the sea for a boat, I want you to drop your anchor right now. And it's just going to fall till it comes to the middle of the earth. And I want you to then, in this space, being in your body, noticing, observing what you feel. And any thoughts you might be having right now, any sensations in your body right now, I just want you to be with them. And I want you to know that some of those thoughts as they come in are not actually yours. And those that you can recognize not as yours, I want you to just drop them right now. Drop them right down that grounding cord. Release them into that grounding cord and allow them to fall to the center of the earth, to be recycled there. And we'll just take a few minutes here. Checking in, noticing a thought. If it's not yours, if it's not something that you feel like you want to hold on to, drop it down that grounding cord. Let it fall to the center of the earth. And then come back and do it again. Being in this beautiful space of just awareness, of observing yourself, observing your own mind, observing the sensations in your body. So if you feel tightness anywhere in your body, I want you to imagine that tightness, that tension, releasing down that grounding cord, dropping it right to the center of the earth, letting the earth be absorbed by Mother Nature, okay? By Mother Earth. And we'll just take a few more seconds here. And then when you're ready, you can just release that grounding cord, let it go, let it fall to the center of the earth. Bringing your focus back to your space. Maybe now noticing the temperature. Noticing any sounds, right? You hear my voice, but maybe there's other noises in your background. Noticing maybe there's a taste on your tongue. Maybe you can feel your clothing against your skin and you can feel that against your body. And even though your eyes may still be closed, you might see something. Maybe you see just darkness, but maybe you see flashes of color or a light of some sort. And just being in these five senses alone can be so grounding. And then take a couple of deep breaths in from your nose. Open your mouth and let out a sigh, let out a moan, let out a groan. No one can hear you. So I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to breathe in. Feels so good. Do it again. Breathe in. Stick out your tongue. One more time. And then when you're ready, allow your eyes to open and come back and join me. So look, it's not just, guys, about leading people to breakthroughs or being able to identify a circumstance, the thought or the belief. Yeah, all that feels really good when your clients say, wow, that really resonated with me. But the groundwork to becoming an effective coach is being able to first do the work yourself on yourself. In the Live Your Dharma coaching certification, I introduce several different tools, as I don't believe there's a one-size-fits-all approach. So several different grounding tools. You decide which one resonates with you, which one works with you, and then you have this toolbox to share with your clients. We are all different. There is not a one-size-fits-all approach, guys. It doesn't work that way. Inside the program, I teach you exactly how to do this for yourself. This is imperative, guys, so that you can feel calmer, more grounded before each call. So when your client throws something at you that is new, unfamiliar territory, they're being really difficult or being resistant, or maybe they bring up a challenging situation, you have the bandwidth, right, to contain it and to navigate it with ease. This is just the preliminary work, guys, to becoming a super effective coach. And this is not taught in many programs. You're given the scripts, you're given the tools, maybe you're given a framework or a model. But those are all the things to do during the call. Most coaching programs don't focus on who you need to be as the coach on the call. That's what makes this program different. Because before we get into the tools and strategies, we ground you. We show you how you have to show up so that your clients actually get the results. It's less about the tool and the modalities, guys, and it's more about who you are being. Okay. I know that you want the framework. That's why you're all here. And I want you to know, I wish I had had this framework when I got started. Let me tell you, the dozens of coaches I've worked with, this simple framework has been a game changer in their own confidence, in clients getting breakthroughs, and for coaches to actually feel like what they have to offer is valuable. So I am so freaking excited for the first time ever to be teaching this outside of my container, because I want you to have these elements, right? Because I know, I am so freaking confident that once you implement these 6 elements in your coaching, it's going to be the thing that's going to be the game changer for how you promote your coaching business and how your clients get results, which to me means more people getting the help and the healing they need. And that is what I am all about. I have been in the wellness, the healing industry for 25 years. And I know how effective, how powerful it can be. I am a living, breathing example of it. And I want it for each and every one of you. So ready, guys? Are you guys excited? Okay, let's get into it. Let's dive in to the first part of the anatomy of a coaching session. Like I mentioned, there are 6 key components. Now, most programs that I've been through incorporate 2 or 3 of these, but not all 6. Once you have all of these components together, that's what leads your clients to having those magical breakthroughs. All right, let's go through each one right now. Oh, wrong direction. What is happening? Oh my God, technology. Okay. What the fuck? Uh-oh, too far. Shit. Hold on. Let's go back. We went too far. Okay. 1. Celebrations. I'm celebrating right now. Okay. This is number 1. This is the first element. And this might seem a little frivolous at first, but it is actually really important because most people don't spend time celebrating their wins. They spend a lot of time thinking about what isn't going right in their life. Celebrating actually allows your client to reflect on what is going on, to see that in an instant they can shift their perspective, right? It strengthens the muscle in the brain to start looking for what is working. Look, guys, focusing on celebration helps to ground people into that regulated nervous state. So remember, this is that one thing that I said, if you use the only thing you take, that nervous system is essential, okay? There's a way to do celebrations in a way that will actually train your clients' minds to start looking for wins and associating coaching with the thing that is going to help them get there. So fucking brilliant, right? And that's something we cover inside my program. So I'm curious, what's one thing that you can celebrate right now, here today? Maybe it's that you showed up. Tell us one thing you're celebrating right here, right now. Ooh, lots of comments. I just pulled it up on my phone. Oops. Right now. All right. Tell me about the celebration, guys. Come on. I'm celebrating that I'm here with you. All right. The second piece of this framework, guys, is that grounding tool. Ooh, hold on a minute. I'm going back for a second. Now that I can see some comments, this is so fun. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work before. Nancy says, I'm graduating today with her MBA. Oh my God, fucking amazing, Nancy. Congratulations. That is incredible. Yeah, Charmaine, amazing, right? Okay. I think Charmaine put in something. She was celebrating showing up to this call to improve my coaching skills. Yes, yes, love it. Okay, number 2, grounding. Using tools to access the ventral part of your nervous system, which enables both you and your client to enter a place of safety and connection. This is vital, guys, to creating change. Physiology trumps thought work every fucking time. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be so harsh there, but I just mean it's really important that I think people know this. So if your nervous system isn't grounded, your client will struggle to also get grounded, thus making change extremely challenging. Think about it this way, guys. It's actually like hiking up a mountain backwards with a 50-pound weight. Imagine that would be really hard, right? Whereas once the nervous system is grounded, you'll be hiking up the mountain without that extra weight facing forward. Still requires a fair amount of effort, but totally doable. So that's why it's important, right? It's important to know how to ground yourself. It's important to know how to help ground your clients. And inside my program, I actually give you access to over 6, I think there's close to 10 grounding techniques. So you know how to do this on your own, because it becomes extremely difficult for us to know how to ground ourselves and our clients without those proper resources. Okay, the next one is identifying. Okay, identifying is the process of being able to identify what the current circumstance is that your client is needing coaching on. This happens through being able to sift through elements of what your client is sharing and being able to pick out the essential pieces. When you can do this effectively, guys, you'll be able to get to the root cause with more ease and with less questions. Once you know how to ask the proper questions, you won't be asking questions that lead your clients astray. There are actually questions that help get directly to the root of their problem more quickly. And this enables your client to be able to move with more ease in the direction, right, of what they want. This process can actually cut your goals timeline in half, meaning you could get there in less time. Imagine how valuable that is for your client. And there's a way to get to the root of the problem quicker in my program. I teach you exactly which questions to explore, to ask, to help you identify the root of the problem. So you're not stuck going in a circle for 45 minutes trying to uncover with your client what it is. There's actually a specific cadence of asking questions, and I share that with you too. Remember, it's extremely important that you are getting to the root cause problem and not just stopping with surface level problems, which I see so many coaches doing. They start looking at the symptoms of what is going on in this person's day-to-day, and they try to reframe these symptoms. But effective coaches, they know how to get to the root cause, what is causing their client's issue, and that's what we go into great detail inside the Live Your Dharma program. Okay. Inquiry. I would say that inquiry is probably, next to grounding, one of the most essential elements of this process, of this framework. So inquiry is being able to understand the experience your client is having and being able to hold space for that experience from a neutral perspective, which means your thoughts and opinions, guys, they have to be put to the side. And this is extremely important in order for your client to be able to experience a powerful transformation. Clients need to be witnessed. They need to be seen. They need to be heard. And in every experience, when you can really dive into their experience, there is wisdom. There is a wisdom to be discovered, guys. And that wisdom is the medicine for that person. We don't know. what their unique medicine is. Only their minds and their bodies do. Okay? It's our job to help them discover what that is, not to tell them from our experience or knowledge. Think about the last time someone held space for you, truly listened, right? Without giving you any advice. How did that feel? For me, it is incredible. It is an amazing gift. And if you haven't felt that recently, I want you to stop and pause. And can you imagine? Can you at least imagine how that might feel for you? That is the same experience that we want to be able to provide for our clients. Here's what I see most coaches doing, guys, is they're committing that third mistake, a lot of them, like I mentioned. And then it's because they don't know how to dive deep into the inquiry. And what happens what happens is our own expertise, right? Our emotions, our insights, right? Starts clouding the way we coach our clients. And so we fall into starting to give our clients advice. And we give advice, and instead of just holding space for our clients. And that's when we shift out of coach mode and into consultant mode, okay? And we start telling people what to do. So if you notice yourself doing this, my suggestion is you need work in this inquiry session, strengthening this skill. So effective coaches, guys, the ones I work with, at least all the coaches I've worked with, they learn how to set their emotions aside and actually be able to hold a very deep level of space for their clients so that the clients can get to the root and then we can lead them, right? And they figure out what they need to do without you having to tell them what their next steps are. And this is harder, right, than it might seem, which is why inside my program, we have a whole module dedicated to this, right? Helping you inquire on a deeper level and how to actually train yourself to put your emotions and insights to the side and be the coach that your clients need. Not giving them advice, not telling them what to do, but helping them tap into their own inner wisdom. Okay. Processing. This is the fifth element. It's having your client connect with the wisdom of their body and allowing the body to express what it is experiencing in that moment. So the bodies, guys, our bodies are extremely intelligent and they hold so much wisdom. That wisdom is often not looked at. It's ignored, okay? But when we are able to use that wisdom, we can get to things in the mind that we couldn't otherwise get to, okay? Often things are stored in the unconscious. However, we can access the unconscious, guys, through the wisdom of the body. And when you access this information, you will be able to help your clients integrate that wisdom and process through it. So here's the truth. They might begin, right, to be able to take bigger strides, move forward, right? When this part is ignored, change often is only temporary and it's not sustainable because we haven't integrated it into the body. We can't separate mind and body, guys. The issue I see with most coaching these days is that we think that transformation happens by just reframing thoughts through conscious processes. And that's why so many coaches are focused on thought work, right? On thoughts that create beliefs. But really effective coaches understand, guys, that in order for their clients to make sustainable change, get sustainable results, they also have the body on board. So what do I mean by that? There's a very specific process to ensuring that change is everlasting and helping the client embody that belief or reframe rather than just knowing it from a psychological level. For example, let me give you an example here. My daughter is 15 and she has her learner's permit, right? So she can go on YouTube and study how to drive. She can read a manual. But the truth is, until she gets behind the wheel and starts doing it, practicing it, seeing what it feels like, right, when someone slams on the brakes right in front of you, she will not be able to really have it second nature. It will not be ingrained in her. This is the same thing with coaching, right? There's a specific process that I walk you guys through in my program to help you understand how to help your clients embody change like this, okay? So there's not just acquiring more knowledge or knowing what to do, but they're actually following through with it. They can actually rely on their own internal wisdom to make those changes. And when you do this, you have less clients telling you, I know what I need to do, I just can't get myself to do it. So if you yourself right now, as the coach or the client, want to be able to do this, I want you to know I have a huge section. I have a series of lessons that allows you how to learn processing on a very deep, powerful level. Okay, let's dive right into the very last ingredient element in this formula, and that is actionize. Having awareness, guys, is incredible and amazing. But the first step in order to make any changes is we must take action with this new information. This is the phase where you help your clients begin to see what the first steps are that they need to take and implement, helping them create a plan of action that they design, not that you design, that they design. It's got to come from them. Now that you have all of these components, okay? Now it's about helping your client actually take meaningful steps. The one thing to help your clients get those breakthroughs, it's one thing, right? It's amazing. They get those aha moments, but those are going to be absolutely freaking useless if they don't know what to do with it. Oftentimes what I see coaches struggle with is that, okay, we had this breakthrough and now they've uncovered the root of your client's issue or their belief, right? What's holding them back? But they don't know what to do next. They don't know how to actually help them move forward and to take action on it. This can be challenging, right? Because creating momentum on what you have just uncovered is literally the most difficult part for so many clients, which is exactly why in the Live Your Dharma certification, we have processes that help you help your clients take that one micro step that's going to help them get closer to their goals. And then the next and the next and the next. So if you've ever found yourself thinking, why is that my clients aren't taking any action? Or how do I get them to take more action more easily? I've got you covered. That's something we cover actually in the program. I can't go through all that today. We'll be on this call for many, many hours. Okay. So I want you to know, I want you to pause for a moment. Where right now are you not taking any action for something you want? And what is one micro shift, one micro step that you could take right now today to move the needle a bit forward towards what you truly desire? Because that, all this in combination is what's going to help you and your clients, right? Get what they want, what you desire. Look, guys, with each of these sections, there are tools, there are techniques that can be used to help you, to help your client. But it is at your discretion as the coach to choose how you will navigate each section and what tools you will use. There is no like perfect solution to all this is what I want you to hear. Each of these sections can also be rearranged. For example, after a client shares that they want coaching, for example, I shouldn't say they share, but you discover that they need coaching on something, and that thing they need coaching on, you can see because you've learned how to notice their body language, they're very agitated. It would be imperative that you go back to grounding. Even if you already grounded them, it doesn't matter, right? Because we want them to shift towards that ventral state before we move on. You might need to go back to grounding many times as you go through inquiry, as you go through processing. It's not a one done deal. You interchangeably use these elements to support your client in your client's process and transformation. Look, in order to master this framework, you need to master each ingredient in the process. That's what we do in my program. And you are given ample time to practice each of these elements and the tools and the techniques that fall under each one. Of course, there is no one tool that fits all. So I make sure you are given a well-rounded toolbox so you have plenty to pick from without ever feeling overwhelmed. Guys, this framework is simple, but it is so powerful. And like I said when we started, it works. It works because it incorporates the essential elements that enable change mentally, physically, emotionally, and on a spiritual level. A regulated nervous system, one that is not in fight or flight or shutdown. That is required, guys, to make change. Deep understanding of your client's experience and how it's impacting them. They must be witnessed. In the ability to process emotions fully in the body, and then taking action to move forward. Each of these needs to be addressed in order for the client to move forward, in order for the client to make sustainable change. Look, guys, if you miss any of these elements, you may be slowing down your client's progress. Your clients may end up getting frustrated, giving up, quitting, and that really fucking sucks. Because their desires are there for a reason, or they wouldn't desire it. I really, really believe this. For you, for your clients, for everyone. We all deserve to have what we desire. Okay, guys. So take a deep breath, maybe stretch for a moment, because I know it's been a bit long. We're almost through. I want you to know that this all might feel like a lot right now to take in at once. But that's exactly why inside the program, I give you live feedback on the calls, right? So you'll not only learn the tools and techniques, but you'll actually know how to embed them into your coaching in a way that it resonates with you. That is important, guys. So the truth is, this is important for both them and you in your future as a coach. Unfortunately, when clients don't get results, it doesn't just suck for them, guys. It sucks for you too. It takes a really hard toll on you as a coach. It can completely squash your confidence and send you into a spiraling hole of shit and shame. I want you to just take a deep breath in, put your feet back on the ground. Just follow your breath in and out. Close your eyes. Imagine knowing that no matter what your client brings to the call, you know you can help them, that you can stay present, calm, and grounded, that nothing is going to rustle your feathers, that even when they are being resistant, you will know what to do. If they hit a plateau or they downslide, you will know how to handle it. Seriously, guys, this is what's possible when you master this framework. And I want you to know, I want to help you be that coach, the one who is rock solid in their skills, who knows he is really good at it, right? That when she doesn't get rattled by the difficult clients. whose clients are sending her those texts saying, thank you. I want you to be that coach who's getting referral after referral after referral by your clients' friends, peers, and family. And I know you are this kind of coach. I already know it, even if I don't know you yet very well, because you are committed to your craft. And I know because you are carved out time out of your day so you could be here. And that shows me your commitment to your clients, which is beautiful. It is a beautiful thing. And it's not something that every coach has. That makes you, I already know, you are going to be incredibly skilled. You're going to be brilliant at this. I want you to know this is just the beginning of truly what's possible for you. When we master these areas beyond like just your head, right, guys, beyond the cerebral level, when they become second nature, your coaching sessions are going to be epic, transformational, guys, mind-blowing, amazing. Just sit with that for a moment. Be with that for a moment. Look, guys, from years of coaching, I can tell you the fastest way to get there is in a group container. A grouped container where you get tons of practice integrating and applying the tools on both yourself and your peers. You get to practice these tools and techniques and get feedback that you can apply right away, real-time feedback. You get coached on all of your own blind spots. Let's be real. We all have them. I have a coach that coaches me on mine. Get coached on your coaching so you don't pick up funky habits, so you can be the most effective coach for your clients. A group where you get to mastermind with other coaches on difficult coaching situations and have different perspectives on how to navigate these challenging situations. This is exactly what we do in the Live Your Dharma coaching certification, guys. It is the only program on the market that offers support of this kind, that has a very holistic approach, looking at the entire human mind, body, and spirit. Here's what it's going to look like. If you decide to join this incredible program, you are going to up-level your coaching skills so you never again feel wobbly or uncertain in how to direct your clients during your coaching sessions. You will know how to coach through any situation that your clients bring to your sessions, so you never feel lost for words or question the tools to use with your clients. You're going to get the foolproof questions to ask, the tools to integrate in your coaching sessions, right, that get you to that root so you can guarantee your clients always get results. I guarantee you that you will feel confident in your ability to run an extremely powerful, effective coaching session and an effective consult call. This is an intimate 3-month group experience, my friends. You're going to be rocking your coaching calls, have clients raving about you, feeling confident in your abilities, and feel good about your promises. Refining and elevating your skills, guys, is the fastest way to grow a thriving business. It is exactly how I grew my business to multiple 6 figures in less than 3 years. Yes. Okay. If you feel like this is the type of support you're craving, I want to invite you to apply to join the November group. We start the middle of November. After you fill out the application, it's right here. Okay, I'm going to drop it in the comments in just a moment. It will direct you to book a call with me. The purpose of the call is to make sure this is a good fit for you. I want to make sure of that for you. And of course, if you have any questions, you can ask them when we jump on that call together. I understand right now if you're thinking, Rachel, I've already taken coach certifications and wondering why in the heck should I add another one? I want you to ask yourself, even though you may have been given the tools, are you comfortable in navigating those difficult situations? Do you know the promise that you're giving? Do you feel certain that you can deliver on that promise? Do you feel confident in delivering transformations? Do you know how to navigate resistant clients? And have the tools to ground yourself in your clients before and during each call? Have your clients been able to make sustainable change and gotten those epic results that you want for them? If not, I don't want you to think of this as another certification to put on your wall, to check off your list. I don't want you to think about it as a certification that's going to bombard you with theory, because we're not doing any of that. I want you to see this, guys, as a playground to really deepen and hone your skills. There's no right or wrong way, rigid frameworks that I'm going to be giving you. This is simply a space for you to transform the way you see yourself as a coach in the next 90 days. So let me drop the link right here in the comments. Yep, I gotta stop the share. Give me 1 second as I pull it up for you all. Okay. If anybody has any questions at all right now, as we finish up our call today. Oh, I can't find it. Oh no, here it is. Please feel free to drop them in the comments right now. Now I just have a chance to read through all these amazing comments now that I stopped sharing. Yes, yes. Yes. Oh my God, I love all these comments. I think I need a pre-call grounding session for me before taking any clients. This will be a win-win for them and me. Yes, implement that, please, Kate. Charmaine, learning that framework is so helpful. Love, oh yes, Charmaine, love getting the live coaching feedback from you during our calls. Thank you, Charmaine. Yes, I love it too. Yes, okay, guys, that's what I see here for everyone today. Thank you so much for taking this time to join me, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. I want to let you know, next Friday at 12 o'clock, we are opening the current cohort round of round robin coaching. This is our call where you can jump on and coach a peer and get some live feedback. It is open to anyone, to the public. If you would like to join us, let me know and I will make sure that you get that link. All right, everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Till next time.